Hey guys, very good morning. My name is Mithilesh Singh, and today I am going to talk about what is operating system and how does it work. The agenda of this topic to give you the basic information about the operating system and the idea why do you need the operating system. So let's see in the detail. Before going in detail, I'll give you some information, the logic behind using the operating system. So it will be easy to understand the concept of the operating system. So in this picture, you can see there is a girl, name is the Mira, and a boy, Doraemon. Girl is Indian and the boy is Japanese. They want to communicate with each other, but the problem is Mira knows the Hindi and English, and Doraemon knows only Japanese. When there is such situation, you both do not know a common language, then you cannot communicate to each other. It will be very tough to understand what you are trying to say and what should I respond to you. In such scenario or situation, you need a mediator who knows English and Japanese so that Mira can simply tell to this mediator whatever she is trying to tell to the Doraemon. And this mediator can convert this into the Japanese and tell to the Doraemon. Now Doraemon can understand what she is trying to say and respond to the mediator. Now what does mediator do? He will convert this Japanese into the Hindi or English and tell to the mirror. Now the conversation can happen between these two with the help of mediator. So in this picture, you can see there is a communication gap between two parties. And our system also we have same. When you try to send any message to your system like number 8, your system doesn't understand what does it mean. Let's suppose you purchased a new brand system, there is no operating system, and you press number 8. What do you need to press number 8? You need the keyboard. You have the monitor, but there is nothing displaying over the monitor. The reason, whatever you are typing, your system is not able to understand. Reason why? Because you press a number which is the decimal, and system doesn't understand the decimal number. It understands the binary, which is either 1 or 0. 1 means on, 0 means off. So above is the example of the binary. If you send message in this format, then your system understand 4 times 0, 1 and 3 times 0. It means it is 8. So above is the formula which you can refer. So this bit is under fourth bit binary and the value into decimal of this fourth bit binary is 8. When you send this information in this format, your system will understand and respond to you or show the display. But the problem is there is communication gap, same as Hindi and Japanese. You need someone who translate decimal into the binary so that system can understand. So we need a mediator. And here our mediator is operating system. OS is designed in three different structure, or you can say the layer, which help you to pass message one by one. So let's see what it is. So the first layer of your operating system is user interface. So whenever you try to type any message, okay, so you connect to the user interface. So how does it looks like? So on my screen you can see I have opened two different console. One is the CLI command prompt and other one is the graphic. I'm accessing ctemp, you can see here, if I click here, ctemp, look here, and in the command prompt, I also have access the directory ctemp. So there are two ways to interact with the system. Either you use your CLI or GUI. CLI is command line interface, GUI is graphic user interface. So in the command line interface, let's suppose you want to see how many files are there under the temp directory, which is under your C computer. So what should I do? If I have to use graphically access it, I'll go into my C drive, access the temp directory and see what all files or folders are created over there. And the other options in the CLI is you can type command like dir and you will see all the directory available into your system, right? Let's suppose you want to create some folder. So here you can see there is only one folder cert. Let's suppose you want to create a folder. You can type mkdir test and you can see this folder is available here. So there are two ways of creating folder. Either you use CLI mkdir or you can create it manually. It's up to you. Right. So you can see the new test folder is created, which I have created manually by using the graphic user interface, and other test I have created with the CLI. So this is how you interact with the system. Okay. So now when you send the instruction, like you press the number 8. So number 8, you connect to the operating system. The first part of operating system is user interface where user interact. Then what happened? So number 8 is a decimal value, right? So let's suppose you press the dir. So dir is a simple command for you, but there is a logic behind dir which developer has created. Okay, so there is a code behind it. So when you press dir, basically you reach to the user interface by using the CLI, and the moment user interface receive information from view is it pass this message to the cell. Cell is the other layer of your operating system where the program is defined, the exact meaning of dir or ls, whatever the command you are using, or whether it is graphic or the CLI. There is a program defined in every click or instruction, like right click, or you are creating manually when you click right. So there is some options pop up. So that is also based on the instruction defined by the programmer under the cell. You see all those options. So I'm giving you more examples. So let's suppose if you type help, so you will see multiple commands are there, and those commands are defined under the cell level. Okay, here the moment you reach to the cell, what happens? Cell pass your information to the next layer, which is your kernel. Kernel is one of the major part of your operating system. It does lots of things, but I'm giving you very simple information. So what happened? The moment cell receive the information, it understand what does it mean because it has the programming layer here, and then it pass the message to the kernel. Now what does kernel do? Kernel basically translate the decimal value into the binary and send to the hardware. Okay, so whether you are using the dir, everything is into the binary format under the system, but for human it is decimal. Let's suppose if it is number 8, so what happened? You either use the CLI or GUI, you reach to the user interface. From the user interface, it send message to the cell, Now shall understand what does it mean. It decode the values based on the program and send to the kernel. Kernel read, okay, this is the number 8. 8, it is a decimal, but it convert this into the binary and send to the hardware. Now hardware understand, okay, this is the number 8, and then hardware send the response into the binary to your system, kernel. Now kernel convert it into the decimal, pass this message to the user, and you will see the output on your screen, number 8. So this is how operating system work. And according to Wikipedia, kernel is computer program and it's core operating system program which help you to control the memory and the task and lots of things it does. You can say it's the heart of your operating system. So guys, this is how operating system work, and you can in a simple layman language you can say operating system is a mediator between hardware and the user. So guys, if you like my video and if you feel it informative, so please feel free to comment and share with your friends and do subscribe. Thanks for watching.